So basically, they're trying to clean up this particular storyline. I'm not comfortable with it and to how they're going about it. I feel like the writers are very lazy, in that they haven't shown us enough sequences of things with Shayla. But I guess they're trying to use the Iman character to do the cleaning. Let's go.
I just really want to say thank you because ever since you've been in my life, I feel like I'm just more mature and grounded, and especially on this parenting journey. I mean, you're a parent, you know, it's just an imperfect process, but you're right. Like, what reason do I need to be holding on to what Amber and Anthony did, even though that DNA test was so weird? But you know, I'm not perfect. I'm not God, and so I can't just continue to hold that against them.
So basically, Sheila had all this hate, all this resentment, all this negative energy, and then all of a sudden, someone talks to her, and it just completely blows through that energetic field. Because that's kind of what you're saying, right? It's just so you know, so you have an understanding. In other words, you have all of this negative energy built up, which takes a long time. If you were to go into therapy to do anything at all or any different thing, and just one speech, one lesson, one thought process has just released all of that. That's basically what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta move on. I got a good man, a great man, a perfect man.
Oh, I love when you sprinkle that extra.
I'm serious, in a wonderful situation, so it's really nothing to be bitter about.
Nothing.
Gotta leave that behind.
Just lean into the positive.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear you say that, boy. 'Cause I'm telling you, losing your elevation to that is.
I hate it. And I feel like, you know, when it comes to your child,
Yeah.
it really just brings something else out of you. And I don't want to be fighting and arguing and upset all the time, but sometimes I really am offended. Like, we're talking about my son. This is my life, my everything. So I want to protect him. I want to make sure that he's good and he's being treated fairly. But you're right. I can't be having crazy energy. Then I drop him off over at Anthony and Amber's house. And, you know, if they mad at me, God knows what they would do.
And so it's back to square one. So all of a sudden now they're going just to, I mean, hurt the actual kid because of course, they're gonna do different things to him. Okay, look, listen. Those years of like kids just being abused or mistreated and no one knows, I think are gone. No, are kids mistreated these days? They are, but in the grand scheme of things, are they always? Not necessarily. And being that Anton is a person of status and they live in a huge house and they live in a certain neighborhood, no one would have tolerated that anyway. People would have seen it and they would have reported it. So it's just unrealistic to try to kind of say exactly if you can preach that at this point in time. But hey, it's Shayla and that's what she
I
does.
mean, I think it's natural to have those thoughts, but I want you to always try and lean into the fact that you're saying, can you trust that he's gonna do everything in his power to make sure your kids are gonna be good? You know what I'm saying? And when you can understand that concept and trust in that, I think it takes like the tension way down because you start understanding like they are supposed to take advantage of their free time. They are supposed to take advantage of their love lives and situations, and that's okay.
Right. And that don't have nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
Really. Only my
You don't want
son.
to be over there doing that. You could be
Yeah.
over here doing this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
always want to be over here doing this.
I told you, I love when you sprinkle it. I'm down.
But you're right. I don't want that energy to be on Kai. I don't want it to be on you. So
Perfect, because I was getting sick of talking about it. I ain't gonna lie.
really,
Yeah, it's like,
We were correct. So in other words, he does not want to be talking about this, and no man wants to sit down and talk about it because if a man is going to take you on and he has you in his life and he must say, you know what, he wants to move on with you, he does not want to be talking about your baby father's thing with you. He doesn't want to be going into that with you. It's too much work. And the funny thing is, I've come to realize, you know, women talk about baby mama drama, but I think you have more baby daddy drama than you do have baby mama drama. It's extremely tough. It's one of those things I'm starting to see. You have more issues to what I'm starting to get living this whole life of things. You have more issues with baby fathers, you a woman who you meet and she has a kid, it's more likely going to have an issue with her baby father versus she having an issue with your baby mother. Because you can stop people from coming to your house and you can do different things. But a lot of times she tends to, me no know, maybe not be able to stop it or not be able to control it or whatever it is. But there's something about it that I've come to realize that that rings true.
It's like grabbing that handle on the monkey bars. You gotta keep going. Cause you get stuck on that one bar for too long and you lose that momentum. Then you slip, you fall. Now you're on your back, looking at the trees. Cause then you create a resentment now with the trees. Cause later on down the line, now you want to be the one that's gonna cut down the tree to build a house. So now you mad at the trees.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. If you think that was philosophical, it's not. It's not. But okay. Okay. If y'all want to take this BS, you know, what I mean, sure. He's trying to make analogies of different things, but stop the cap. This is when Iman goes in and out of his high stage of things, and Iman is high at this point in time and just saying a bunch of different things. Again, it reminds me of friends that I've had that are weed smokers. They have these tangential thoughts that they'll go on. I know what they're trying to describe, but it's not very profound. It's not 4D chess or 5D chess or whatever it is that people are calling it. That's not exactly what it is. Nonetheless, he is though incorrect as to telling Shayla that she need to move on and she need to get herself together and she need to get things done. He is correct in those regards. He is. No, it is remarkable that all of a sudden she's making this drastic turnaround. I feel like the writers are lazy for doing that. But hey, if this is what they want to progress the story, fine, progress the story this way. But it just feels kind of superficial that all of a sudden a man come into her life and he just tells her a couple of things and then she just lets it go. But maybe though, maybe I'm incorrect though. Ladies, have you ever had a man just come in your life and have changed a lot of ideas that you have, like your ideology? Like, let's say you had a thought on bread, and a man comes in your life and he says something about bread, and all of a sudden it blows out that particular charge. And now, you know, you have a whole different perspective on bread. That's the question. Have you ever had that situation happen? Because that may be the actual question that I would actually ask. Have you ever had something like that happen? Sounds possible, sounds plausible, but that probably would be the best, you know, question in this regard. Nonetheless, hey, apparently she just a change. Out of the blue, she's changing. Apparently, out of the blue, she's gonna make a change. That's what's going on. Yeah, very, very interesting. But you know what? As long as it gives Amber and Anthony some peace for a period of time, I guess. So I guess now we kind of have to live with one of two things. Either we're going to see Anthony and Amber live with a bunch of peace, or we're going to see Shayla never, you know, do the same things to them, be terrible to them. So it's almost like the writers are asking us to choose between those two things. But hey, give me your take on it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Talk to you soon.